Attention. Go.
And we're away here in the Thames Challenge Cup. What a showdown. We have two of the favoured crews. De Hoop, the ones to watch. They've been my pick of this regatta in this event, up against Thames Rowing Club A. Which way do you think this is going to go, Peter?
Well, I think Thames are always the favourites in the Thames Challenge Cup, having had their first win in nearly 100 years, just 10 years ago, and now has started the incredible, almost a revolution led by Ben Lewis in the Thames Rowing Club. They've been so dominant at Henley events since. Personally, I've got Thames down on the cards, but having spoken to a few of the Dutch guys, they think that Thames aren't going to be as strong as De Hoop.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about this crew from De Hoop. People nervous about the strength of this boat, but they've come here for one thing, and boy, do they have some experience on board in this crew. Up in the bow seat there, Vessel Hesselink, 28 years of age, 4 previous Henley Royal Regattas, anchoring that boat in the bow seat. We look there at the stroke seat. Dolph Rutten, 27 years of age, 3 Henley Royal Regatta appearances for him.
Well, this crew that we just saw on the screen, they made the Henley final in the Thames Challenge Cup last year, just losing out to potentially Thames or Molesey.
Well, they'll be looking to try and get vengeance here, but they're not going to get it all their way. Thames absolutely driving it down. They are side by side here. De Hoop with 25 Henley appearances between them. Huge experience for an international boat. But it looks to me like Thames just have the edge at this stage.
So De Hoop is one of the biggest clubs in the Netherlands with over 1,000 members, but this Thames Rowing Club crew that we can see on the screen at the moment, they've got so many GB experience, so many national schools and Bucks medals, and a few of these athletes have actually been to America for universities too. So they're combining a depth of talent here from, you could say, almost around the world and condensing it into one crew. And look at that relaxed rhythm. They're just working so nicely in unison. It's really beautiful to see that.
Well, I was talking about the 25 appearances of De Hoop, but in the Thames boat, 40 Henley Royal Regatta appearances between them. So hugely experienced crews going head-to-head here in the Thames Challenge Cup. And as I said, the talk of the regatta in this event has been De Hoop, but what a coup it will be for Thames Rowing Club A if they can take that scalp today.
Well, that's the thing about semi-finals day. You never know who's going to come out on top and who's going to progress through to Sunday. At the moment, it's Thames, but both crews are absolutely sending it down the track. Those puddles are so large and washy with all the power and all the wattage that the athletes are leaving down on the water. Thames now edging out to a 1-length lead, and I think they'll keep moving. These athletes came 4th at Met Regatta, racing against some elite aides also from the racing in the ladies' plate later on. I think Thames are going to be on fire, but you must never underestimate the Dutch at Henley.
Oh, this is going to get so exciting. Coming through the 3/4 mile, they just had overlap, and it looks like they still do. To me, I think that Thames have put in a huge effort through this section of the race. They're desperately trying to get that stern and bow disconnected between the two crews. Are they going to put some clear water in, or are we going to see a response here from De Hoop? To me, it looks like De Hoop are still down. They're really just chunky in their mid-race rhythm, and they're not really going for it yet in terms of a sprint. But it looks to me as though Thames, higher rate of striking, really sitting up on it, looking to get the damage done here.
They've just also broken that seal of clear water against De Hoop, and I think that's such a comfortable position to be in heading into the last 500 meters of the race. 1 length in an 8 is about 3.5 seconds in terms of distance, so De Hoop have got some serious catching up to do here.
This is huge. They're coming into the enclosures, and Thames Rowing Club, you can see the energy with them, the absolute focus. They've got the radar. They are still moving away. De Hoop, they haven't responded. They've let them just move through in that middle section of the race. Does De Hoop have a response, because they are running out of track here?
Absolutely incredible shot here, seeing both eights now panning over to Thames Rowing Club. Look at them, they're rating nearly 40 strokes a minute here, sending them absolute maximum watts down with every stroke. I know we've said this before, but it's just so evident that power, determination, the composure, and their technical ability is great also. Their coach, Jonathan Davis, has really prepared them well for this event, and I think they'll be looking to win the whole thing. I believe they're favourites on paper, but they will still have another race to go tomorrow.
Thames Rowing Club, they're looking across. They're feeling pretty comfortable here. I'm not sure this is the race they expected to have. I'm sure it's the race they hope to have. But Thames, still with Clearwater over to hope. You can see the crowd and how excited they are. Here they come, down to the line in the Thames Challenge Cup. It will be Thames Rowing Club A over to Hope from the Netherlands.
Well, what a nail-biter that was. A race worthy of a Henley Royal Regatta semi-final.